Hey everybody, today I'm coming at you with a comparison video between my Rothys, my Tieks, and my Tory Burch flats. So if you want to see the difference between these shoes and which one I would choose to purchase again, stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video if you want to see more content like it. Subscribe to my channel down below and hit the notification bell, which is right next to the subscribe button, so you don't miss any of my future content. Okay, I have notes here in front of me because these three pairs of flats, there's a lot to get through and I don't want this video to be crazy long, so I am just going to jump right in. Like I said, I'm going to compare my Tory Burch Minnie, they're called Minnie Travel Ballet flats, and I'm going to compare that with my Rothys, and I'm going to compare it with my Tieks. So you're going to get a bonus pair because originally I was just going to do these two comparison and I threw these in because they are so similar. So what I would like to compare and go through and just kind of tell you guys about for each of these is the price, the ease of online ordering, their return policy, wearability and breathability, sizing, breaking them in, how that was, if you can, like what weather you can wear them in. This is a funny one, but slide on ability, if you can just slide them on or not, and the color range that they come in. So I think we'll just go ahead and go through each of those things for the Tory Burches, then the Rothys, and then the Tieks. That way you know everything for one shoe. And at the very end, I'm going to tell you which ones I would choose to purchase again and again. So starting with my Tory Burch, they are the Minnie Travel Ballet flat. They are the leather, so they're leather on leather. Some of these you can see, and they might be called the Riva if they have this, but some of them are leather here, and they have like a gold Tory Burch logo here, but I have the leather on leather. These are $228. I did not order these online. I actually purchased them in a store, so I don't know how their online ordering is. My guess is it's probably pretty straightforward. Their return policy is you can return them 30 days after receiving the order. So you have 30 days to choose. I'm sure they cannot be worn or show wear on the bottom. I've had these for probably 3 years now, maybe 4, maybe longer than that. I might have had them closer to 6 years. So these have really held up. You can see they've held up really well. And they're really pretty comfortable. So they're okay for breathability. I do find when I wear them all day at the salon, my feet kind of like stick to the inside of there. My feet don't tend to be real like sweaty, but in this, it's not a breathable material. I wear a size 8 and I got a size 8 in these. To break them in really hurt because of this stretchy part right here. It really does like almost cut into your foot or your heel a little bit. So it's not the most comfortable to break in. And honestly, when I don't wear these for a while and then I go to wear them again, I have to break them in again and they hurt. So I actually don't wear them a ton just because they are not the most comfortable when you first put them on. They are comfortable at the end of a 12-hour day, like they're just fine for that. You can wear them in kind of any weather. You cannot just slide these on. So you do have to use a hand or fingers to pull this out to put your foot in. You can't just put your foot in and it's easy, you know, it's just not because of this stretchy piece right here. And these actually with the leather on leather only come in black and brown. Now, if you got the leather with the gold or silver, I'm gonna call it a coin, the Tory Burch logo here, I think that comes in a variety of colors. I don't know how many because I was only looking at these. But yeah, black or brown. And I mean, really, ultimately, if you had to narrow your shoe collection down to like 2 pairs of shoes, I would say a pair of black shoes and a pair of brown shoes is really mostly what you need. So that is the Tory Burch shoes. Next, we'll go ahead and go with the Tieks. So these Tieks are $175, I believe, but Tieks as a whole, they have different materials that they have that they sell them in, and they range from $175 to $345. Their online ordering was super easy. There was no like question on when it was coming. I received an email when my order was placed. I received an email when the shoes shipped, and I received an email that they had been delivered, because I don't think I was home when they were delivered. My husband was, but I believe they came USPS. They may have come FedEx or UPS, but I'm not sure. But the ease of ordering, it was great. Their return policy, you ready for this, is no time limit if they were never worn. So you could have these for a year, never have worn them, and decide that you don't like them. And they're saying that they will take it back, and they pay shipping both ways. So that's a great return policy. I think that's really, really generous of them. So that's really awesome. The breathability is okay. Again, at the end of a long workday, it gets hot in the salon. Sometimes my foot would stick to the bottom of this because it's not a real breathable material. So if you have really, really sweaty feet, these may not be the best for you, because they'll probably be stinky feet by the end of the day. And the sizing. So again, I wear an 8. I probably could have or should have gone to an 8.5, so sized up at least half a size. And I think mostly that's because these do have a small curve to them. The breaking in of them was not actually bad back here, because this stretchiness is not as like bent in as the Tory Burch, as you can see. That's quite the difference between how what's the word I'm looking for? But like how stretchy and bent in that part is compared to that. Like that actually kind of stands up on its own. So that really is the only reason why it didn't hurt so bad to break these in. And actually the only part that I had a problem with breaking in, and I have this with all my shoes, so I think it's a my foot thing, is like right here where my big toe, like there's a bone right here at your, like underneath your big toe, and that was like rubbing on that. So I put a Band-Aid on that and all was fine. And by the time I wore these on day like 3, maybe, it was fine. I wasn't having that issue. So those weren't too bad breaking them in. You can wear these in any weather. I didn't have trouble. I wore them in the rain, and I've worn them in the sun, and I didn't have any trouble with them. Now again, if you wear them in the rain and you step in a big puddle and you get water in there, it might like kind of feel gross. I mean, that's probably true of any shoe, but it might make your foot like kind of stick to it a little bit more. And then the slide-on ability. So you do have to use, these aren't as bad as the Tory Burch, again, because these are not as bent in. I just tried it one more time to see if I could get my foot in without using like a finger to stretch that out and put them on, but I can't. Maybe if you can, let me know down in the comments below if you have a pair of Tieks. I would like to know, are you able to just put your foot in and go, or do you have to reach down? Look, using a couple fingers just to pull that out and put your shoe on is not a big deal. It's not a hindrance. It doesn't make me not want to wear them. So just keep that in mind. And then the color range in these is huge. They have a range of colors, and this is the patent leather. So they have a range of colors, and they also have different leathers, and they have some that are like almost like snake print looking, and just different patterns and prints. So there's a really good array of colors and materials that they use. So these are great shoes. You can see on the underneath there's like the known Tieks turquoise padding here, so there's some extra padding for your foot when you're walking, and then you have that color back there down that stripe. So that is how you know like somebody has on a pair of Tieks. I have worn these all day in the salon and have not had an issue wearing them. They were super comfortable, and like I said, the only part I had problem with was by my big toe, and that was only on the one foot. So I think it's definitely a my foot thing. But if you've had a pair of Tieks and you've had to break them in, let me know, was it hard for you to break these in, or was it pretty okay? Because I thought it was pretty all right. And last but not least are my Rothys. So these range from $125 to $165. These were $125, and I had a friend's link that got me $20 off my first order. I also have a link down in the description box below for you. So if you want $20 off your first order, go ahead and use that. And I got this color because I thought it was so good that it goes with, you know, black, brown, really almost anything. I guess you could put some blue in there too. But I just thought these were so great. Let's see. Their online ordering process was super easy. I mean, really with most companies nowadays, it's so easy to do any kind of online order. So no problem there. I also got an email when I placed the order. I got an email when it shipped, and I got an order when it was, and I got an email when it was delivered. So same as the Tieks. I got all those emails, the updates and all that. So their return policy is 30 days unwashed. So these are completely washable shoes. You can throw the entire shoe in the washer, wash it, and I think you just air dry them and you're good to go. So if you have a lighter color pair, you can wash them and no problem, they get clean. So these are really, really cool like that. I did have a friend that said she washed hers finally and she put it in a laundry bag, like a, what do you call that? Like an undergarments bag, because she was just concerned that they would, I don't know, get torn up or something. So I don't know if she washed them with anything else or not, but that's what she did, and I think that's a good idea. I did an exchange with these. So I normally wear an 8 and I went up to an 8.5. Now I originally got the 8 and they were too small. So I did an exchange, and they sent me a prepaid label to send the 8s back, and then when they got the 8s, they sent me the 8.5. Now, because I talked to, they do text messaging for customer service. You can do text messaging to talk to their customer service agent, and I did, and I told her, I was like, oh, okay, no hurry, I'm just excited to get them. They were like my birthday shoe, like that's what I got for my birthday. And she goes, oh, okay, well, I see here that you have already sent them back, so I will go ahead and issue the 8.5s to go out to you. And I was like, awesome. So because she could see that I'd already sent those back, she went ahead and sent me these. So I got them, you know, a few days earlier. They came within like a week. The same with the Tieks. Those were pretty quick. Now, because of COVID, there is a small delay. So I'm wondering if they would have come even faster pre-COVID or whatever. Now I got these in an 8.5 for the second time, the second pair that I got once I exchanged them. I could have easily gone up to a 9 and been super comfortable, and they would have been fine. The 8.5 is great. I just noticed that by the end of the day, my foot feels a little squished, and that's mostly because you know, your feet swell by the end of the day. So wearing them into the salon for 12 hours, I can do it. It's just not like as comfortable as like honestly the Tieks by the end of the day. So I would say, my personal opinion is I would go up a full size. So if you were a 7, go to an 8. If you were an 8, go to a 9, and so on and so forth. But breaking these in, I had literally no problems whatsoever. None. No part of my foot hurt after wearing them for the day. Like awesome shoes. So then, because their return policy is 30 days unwashed, I don't know if it's 30 days unworn as well, but I'm wondering if I could still contact them, because their customer service seems to be so great. And that is one thing that my friend was bragging on, is their customer service is so awesome. So I'm wondering if I went ahead and reached out to them and said, hey, I got these in an 8.5. I've worn them a few times. They don't look worn on the bottom, but I really think I should have gotten a 9. I haven't washed them. I'm wondering if they would let me exchange them for that, you know, for a half a size up. But since these are good for now, I'm not too worried. I may or may not reach out, and if I do, I'll let you know once this video goes up. So the breaking in was super easy. Like, no shoe has been this easy for breaking in. You can wear them in any weather, of course, rain, sun. Now, again, with rain, because these are actually like a fabric material, they may soak up the water a little bit more than, say, those shoes. So in the Tieks and in the Tory Burches, I feel like the water would just sit in your shoe, whereas these are going to kind of soak that water up. I did wear them in the rain, but I didn't go jump in any puddles, so I couldn't tell you how that actually works out. But because they're washable, I don't think that it would ruin them at all. The slide-on ability, you can put your foot in and go. Like, there is no need to reach down and pull out the bottoms here. They have good structure to them, so no problem. Slip in and go. It's awesome. And then their color range is pretty decent. It's not as much of a range as like the Tieks, but these also come in because that I told you the price varies on these, and that's because they have some that are points. They have some that are Mary Janes that actually you tie on top. They now recently just came out with the square toe, which I really, really wanted a pair of those. The square toe only comes in three colors. It was like black, brown, and like a teal color. I really wanted a pair in the black or the brown. I would have taken the black or the brown, but they were completely sold out of every size so quickly, and those are like brand new. I feel like there's one other, they have some like tennis shoes, like slide-on tennis shoes that they also have. So they come in a variety of colors and shapes, but not necessarily like a huge variety of colors and shapes. So with all of that said and all of that shared, which one would I choose to purchase again and again? It's not the Tory Burches. I love it, but I really feel like these, you are just paying for the name. I know a ton of people that love those, but not my go-to shoe. So out of these two, and I've worn them both quite a few times, I would actually choose the Rothys. The price point is the best. The online ordering and their customer service is phenomenal. Again, the wearability, the breaking in, there is like none that has to be done. You can wear them in anything, and the only thing that I would change about it is that maybe if there were like more colors and patterns to choose from. But honestly, because I only own this one pair, like I don't even have like a black pair or brown pair really, but since these go with everything, these are kind of all I need right now. I would love to get a pair in the square toe, but I sure do love a good flat. So that is my comparison video on Tieks versus Rothys versus Tory Burch. If I missed anything, if there's anything else that you want to know, please let me know down in the comments below. I will do my very best to answer it. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully it helps you make a decision if you were going between any one or two of these pairs, or even all three if you weren't sure which ones you wanted to get. I hope this helps you make a decision. I wish there would have been a video out there like this before I got really any of these so that I could have seen what the difference is and which one would work for my life. But I tried to cover everything that was asked specifically in like a DM that I got from people because this was a request video. Please just leave your questions down in the comments below. I think I may have like a referral, like a friend referral code for the Rothys and the Tieks. So I will look for that and see if I can put those down below so that you can save some money. And I think it gives me a credits. Thank you guys again for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye. Good video on their online ordering. These are not as bent in, sorry. So sizes, or sorry, actually I do. So I square point toe, or the square toe.